piece of my heart. One day a young man was standing in the middle of town, proclaiming that he had the most beautiful heart in the whole valley. A large crowd gathered, and they all admired his heart, for it was perfect. There was not a mark or a flaw in it. Yes, they all agreed it was truly the most beautiful heart they had ever seen. The young man was so very proud and boasted more loudly about his beautiful heart. Suddenly, an old man appeared at the front of the crowd and said, "Why, your heart is not nearly as beautiful as mine." The crowd and the young man looked at the old man's heart. It was beating strongly. It was full of scars. It had places where pieces had been removed and other pieces put in. But they did not fit quite right. There were several jagged edges. In fact, in some places were more deep gouges where whole pieces were missing. The people stared. How can he say his heart is more beautiful, they thought. The young man looked at the old man's heart and saw its state and laughed. "Ha ha ha! You must be joking, old man," he said. "Compare your heart with mine. Mine is perfect. Yours is a mess of scars and tears." "Yes," the other man said. "Your heart is perfect looking, but I would never trade with you. You see, every scar represents a person to whom I have given my love. I tear out a piece of my heart and give it to them. And often they give me a piece of their heart which fits into the empty place in my heart, but because the pieces aren't exact, I have some rough edges, which I cherish, because they remind me of the love we shared. Sometimes I have given pieces of my heart away, and the other person hasn't returned a piece of their heart to me. These are the empty gouges. Giving love is taking a chance. Although these gouges are painful, they stay open, reminding me of the love I have for these people, too. And I hope someday they may return and fill the space I have waiting. So now do you see what true beauty is?" The young man stood silently, with tears running down his cheeks. He walked up to the old man, reached into his perfect young and beautiful heart, and ripped out a piece. He offered it to the old man with trembling hands. The old man took his offering, placed it in his heart, and then took a piece of his own scarred heart and placed it in the wound of the young man's heart. It fit, but not perfectly. There were some jagged edges. The young man looked at his heart, not perfect anymore, but more beautiful than ever. Since the love from the old man's heart flowed into his. Author unknown. Thank you for listening.